What's up, everybody? How's it going? How's it going? It's Saturday, May 28th, 2022, 6:30 p.m. What's up, everybody? We got something to talk about tonight. I'm a little irritated. I'm so irritated tonight. Emmanuel Acko this week, he was dropping some analysis, if you want to call it analysis, on players, second-year quarterbacks, and how he views them and what is his, chance for success this season, and kind of what is their rating, how much does he think they're going to succeed this year. And he put absolute disrespect on Trey Lance's name. He put so much disrespect on Trey Lance's name. We're going to play the clip in a minute. But the thing that I can't even believe it. The stuff that he said wasn't even accurate. It wasn't even accurate. And that's the thing that pisses me off. He sat there and said, Trey Lance started one game. Oh, they didn't even want to start him, blah, 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 blah. First and foremost, we knew Trey Lance had a little injury last year. They had Jimmy. Coach Kyle Shanahan basically told us he's going to start Jimmy and use it as a learning season. And there was a lot of stuff even before all that, before we even get to that, in the offseason last year and the whole controversy with the quarterback. But this guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. And he sit there and he called Trey Lance one-play Trey. That man's a bum. This guy's an idiot. It's just more fuel to the fire. I'm keeping this receipt. This is my biggest receipt of the offseason. There has been a lot, but this receipt, this one takes the cake, man. I cannot believe it. He sat there and called one-play Trey. We haven't even seen the man play much. 2 games he started, and he came in relief against the Seattle Seahawks, played a second half because Jimmy G had the calf injury. Literally played 2.5 games, and this man said he started 1. I'm done. Emmanuel Acko is an idiot. We're going to play the clip. Let's play the clip, shall we? Shall we? Let's play it up. It's on my YouTube. Let me go check it out. Oh, my God. I cannot believe this guy. Such an idiot. Such an easy idiot. Emmanuel Acko should be ashamed of himself. He's a clown. Clown. Idiot. Let's see. Here we go.
And one-play Trey Lance. One-play Trey. 2 out of 10. And only because I'm trying to be somewhat nice. Trey Lance, from everything I've heard from people within the locker room, people outside the locker room, he just ain't it. He just ain't got it. There's a reason they call him one-play Trey. And there's a reason he only started 1 game last year, if I'm not mistaken. Because he's just not like that. Think about this for a second, y'all.
I'm listening.
The Niners chose to play Jimmy G with a broken thumb over their first-round top 3 overall pick in Trey Lance. There is a reason. If you're a first-round pick top 5, they want to start you. The only reason you don't start is if you quite literally do not have the talent, so much so that you can't. I got him at a 2.
Oh, Trey.
I cannot believe it. What a tool. Let's bring Smitty in. We're going to talk about this, man. This guy's... Are you kidding me? The stuff he said is so stupid. It's so dumb. I can't believe he even said any of this stuff. And then he says that from what he's heard in the locker room, he's not in the locker. He doesn't know anybody in the locker room. They've had 3 practices this year, OTA practices. And the thing that's even crazier about this, they had 1 practice where the media is allowed. 1 practice where the media. So where is he getting all this information? He's pulling it out of his ass is where he's pulling this information. Yeah, I said it. He's pulling it out of his ass because he knows if he goes out there and he says whatever he wants, it's going to get views. Oh, he must be right because he's in the media. Nah, man. This guy's making stuff up. He's a clown. He's an idiot. I can't believe he sat there saying that. What's up, Smitty? I'm so furious about this guy.
Yeah, I know his brother, Sam Acho, who played for the Bears, played for the Cardinals. I used to do a NBC Sports TV show with him, and it was a Cardinal show. And we go on and talk. And he's a good dude. I don't know about Emmanuel Acho. I haven't really met him before, but I know Sam. And Sam's a stand-up dude. I like Sam a lot. I don't know what this guy's smoking. When you talk about, 1 game, you start 1 game, you start giving out information you couldn't possibly know. You don't know. He's not dialed into anything. Because, number 1, no player is going to talk bad about their quarterback. Number 2, we're hearing how much everybody loves him. So none of it can be true. None of it. He's just trying to get famous. And his brother's a media guy. Like I said, we did a show. He's good on TV too. Sam Acho. Emmanuel Acho is just trying to follow in his brother's footsteps. He's living in his brother's shadow. this ain't no thing, bro.
I think you're right. He's definitely trying to get, you know, big time like his brother. His brother very well recognized in the media. And I saw you show me some stuff behind the scenes that you actually worked with his brother. That's pretty cool, man. Back when you were doing your thing on TV, big time, Smitty. You guys got to see the stuff that Smitty. He's big time,
Yeah,
Smitty. He's a big time guy. He could have been an ESPN, the glitz and the glamour. He didn't want it. He traded away to run his own program,
yeah.
his
Like
own
being
guy
so,
for that. But what I want
but
to talk about this is you're right. He's sitting there making stuff up. He said one game. He's just trying to get clickbait out there. A lot of people in the comments said, Trey Lance gets views. You drop his name and it's going to get popular. It's pretty much like we've been saying in the off season. You get these trending topics, right? You talk about it and it's going to blow up. People know how to, fish for clout. And then somebody said in the comments that anyone who says that they heard from the locker room is capping. Yeah, when you say I heard from a
yeah.
source, you're just making stuff up. Again,
I don't,
they've had 3 practices, Smitty, and 1 was open to the media. So where's he getting this information from?
when you're, and I know, Mr. Acho played in the NFL like that, but it doesn't hold any weight with me. Like, he's a nobody when it comes to being an analyst and talking, because he's trying to make a name for himself. That's clearly why he's doing what he's doing. But when you don't have any pull with me and you say according to a source like you just said, or I'm hearing this, and you don't have a good enough source that you can actually name drop, your information's garbage to me until you have a track record of proving that your sources are actually legit. So this is garbage, but I love it, man. I love it. And I know you do too, down deep. I know we all do. Like, this is exciting stuff, because now we have just more fuel for Trey. You have this team. Look, I'm going to tell you something right now, guys. I know a lot of you are Grant Cohn supporters in here, and we talked about it last night. I think Grant Cohn doesn't deserve applause. Okay. I think that it was also handled on Kinlaw's side really badly too. But let me tell you something. Grant Cohn and this Emmanuel Acho and all this garbage is fueling the Niners to bond and come together. And that's dangerous for a team like the Niners who can react positively from it. And I'm telling you right now, this is going to bond the team. And this is good. You're walking out of 2022 no longer, like, I thought you'd walk out no longer an underdog. You're now going to walk back in with that same underdog feel. And that's what you guys want. That's what you want. That's what you want for Trey. That's what you want for this team. Expectations low. And then Trey's going to blow him out of the water, bro. I'm so glad the bar is being set down here. I'm so glad.
I agree. I like it because everybody's doubting us, just like in 2019. The more that they, fuel the team and they doubt, it just makes them play harder, and it gives them that bulletin board material, and I always say, keep the receipts. The team's going to say this. Okay, we'll keep it down in the book. We'll write it down, and they're going to remember it, and they're going to use it to fuel themselves. And I love it. But you're absolutely right about the whole Trey situation. I actually do like it. The fact that people are slamming him, hating him, because when he plays good and, he plays better than everybody's expectations, they're going to be like, oh, wow, they're gonna be like, I was wrong. And then they're going to spin their story, and then they're going to be eating crow. And me and you and people that believe in Trey, we're going to sit there and be like, I told you so. And you know me. I love to tell people I told you so. My man Eric Davis is in the chat, and he says, I don't even hear from the locker room. So if he wants to join in, Eric, you're more than welcome in the chat if you wanted to come in,
Eric,
and give
tell me this isn't facts right here, Eric. Until you prove with a track record of unnamed sources, you don't have that leeway with anybody. You can't just say per source. Okay, well, until you prove it to me, that's it doesn't even resonate with me. Doesn't even resonate with me. You have to be able to prove that your sources are legit. And this whole Deshaun Watson stuff was garbage. When people will come out and say Deshaun Watson's going here, he's going there, people trying to get clout left and right. Nobody's dialed into the Niners locker room or with Shanahan or what they think of Trey. They're not letting anybody know about anything. You got to be kidding me that he's hearing that he's not a 2 out of 10. Like, you could come in and say like a 5 or 6 because I doubt his skill set, whatever. But you're going to come in and act like Joe Montana and say that you might as well just move on. You might as well just move on. That's what Joe Montana said. The Niners should just look for another quarterback. This feels very similar. A 2 out of 10. Did he say 2? A 2 out of 10? You're kidding me, bro. Like, this is crazy.
I totally agree with you. Eric Davis says he's picking up his daughter from the airport. He'll join in next time, but we always appreciate the opinions. But it's crazy to me, Smitty. It is absolutely crazy that the doubt keeps on perpetuating this offseason. It's just like unbelievable. And the greatest thing is, and we talked about this the other day, that Thursday it was reported that Trey Lance had his best practice this whole offseason. Again, 3 practices. They've only been in 3, and people are raving about him. So behind the scenes, from people that are actually watching practice, they're saying that Trey's looking good. Pretty much everything the opposite of what Akko's saying. He's silly, like you said, fishing for views and stuff. But more importantly, Smitty, C-Mac is finally in the quad. But man, how the hell have you been, man? I feel like it's been months, it's been years. Where you been? How you been? What's up, man?
Your boy's been on the big things. You know what I'm saying? New house, new cars, that kind of lifestyle. But yeah, just getting settled, man. Finally settled in. Got my new background going on. It's good to be here. It's nice to be back, fellas. I miss y'all. Faithful, miss y'all even more.
It's good. I miss you too, man. I love. Congrats, first and foremost, new house. I mean, that's dope. I know you've been grinding, so welcome back. It's good to have you. I like the new backdrop. Real quick, I'm going to ask you some stuff. We're talking about Trey Lance getting more hate today. I don't know if you saw the video, but Emmanuel Acko basically said that Trey Lance, he called him one play Trey. He says he's going to not be ready this year. There's a reason why he didn't play last year. Hold up, and he also mentioned that he just didn't look the part and this and that. One thing he failed to mention was Trey Lance played with through a broken finger, and that's something we need to talk about here. But go ahead, Smitty.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was gonna say one play Trey, what play is it? Because I'm so confused by that statement, because he can run, he can extend plays, he can scramble then run, he could throw 60, 70 yards down the field, he could throw short, so what one is he claiming to play? I don't even know.
I think that he was referring to the first option. So he can't progress through his options, you know what I mean, through his reads. So he's on the first read. I think that's what he was kind of alluding to as one play Trey, or whatever the case may be.
Which is odd, because his one thing he needs to work on is being able to do a quick release throw, not hold on to the ball, go through all his and take off. Like, what the hell is the guy talking about, bro?
I think it's funny that he mentioned the locker room. Even the guys in the locker room are saying that Trey's not ready. And, like, bro, this locker room is tight. The front office ain't leaking shit. They're telling you how it is. Even Shanahan in his press conference the other day, I expect Jimmy gone. Like, they're just going to keep it real with you. They're keeping everything, telling you what it is. And if you think players are in the locker room leaking kind of shit like that, like, you're crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, the fact that they're saying that the players are not, buying into Trey. And then that's the thing. They're saying, the players don't support him. Literally every player has been talking so much, good things about Trey. Like, we talked this week, there was a couple press conferences. George Kittle, he's been raving all off season. If you saw his story post last night, he reposted Trey Lance. It's pretty good, sign of things that they kind of have that chemistry. We know Brandon Ayuk loves Trey Lance. The chemistry's there. Jimmy Ward and Trey Lance have a budding, relationship going, and that's good, because Jimmy Ward's the veteran, the longest tenure Niner, and he's his locker roommate. They're right next to each other, so they're challenging each other. And Jimmy Ward's one of the captains of the defense. And he says, what do they do all day, every day? They pretty much talk shit to each other. So it's elevating each other. Like we say, iron sharpens iron. You got Trey talking trash to Jimmy. You got Jimmy Ward giving it right back. And we know Jimmy Ward could talk some trash. But my man, Nothing But Niners is in here. What's up? How's it going? I don't know who running the account. They got a couple people running that account. So whoever's running it today, what's up to you, whoever it may be. But, yeah, man, it's funny to hear these people in the media say, oh, yeah, the players don't believe in him. They're just making stuff up.
How about extend the play, Trey?
Yeah.
Like, what the – look, like I said, his brother's cool. I don't really know much about Emmanuel as an analyst, or, like, his credibility. But, like I said, I don't even need to know your history. If you come out with a source like this and you don't have a good enough source that you can actually mention, then your source is garbage, especially when it comes from the Niners situation. You wouldn't hear a fart in that locker room, dude. They don't let anything get out.
Yeah.
So it's craziness to me, bro. Craziness. You wouldn't hear a fart in that locker room, bro. They don't let anything get out.
And they ranked him a 2. They ranked him a 2 out of 10. Is that what the video was based
Yeah,
on?
they gave basically he rated him his confidence. It was a confidence meter. His confidence meter on Trey Lance, and he said it was like a 2 out of 10 this year. And I was like, a 2? Are you kidding me? It's like we've talked about this whole offseason. Smitty will tell you, he's walking into a great situation, right? You got Debo, Kittle, Ayuk, Trent Williams blocking. You got a good coaching staff. He's walking into a golden opportunity compared to all those other rookie quarterbacks that were from last year's class.
Yeah,
he's in such a better situation. Maybe the only guy that has a better situation is Mac Jones because he's playing under Bill Belichick. And Bill Belichick knows what he's doing. He can develop people. So Trey Lance is walking into a gold mine with the Niners, man. And as we've said before, if they've made it to 2 out of the last 3 NFC championships without elite quarterback play, sky's the limit. That's all I got to say.
It's like the only example I can even give is it's like you're going into a situation where you literally, even with a Jimmy G or any other quarterback that's at a mediocre level, you literally can make the NFC Championship potentially. Like, it'd be hard. It'd be just like it was last year. It was really hard. You had to come back. There was a lot of missteps, and it was a dog fight to get back. But if you can do that with mediocrity at the quarterback position, like, what do people think's going to happen? Like, does anybody really believe that Trey is not better than Jimmy? Like, is there anyone in here that still believes Jimmy G is a better, even if he's healthy, a better option than Trey out the gate? Because, like, I don't really understand. If anybody believes that, then they really just don't believe in Trey. They can't later on say, no, I like him, I want to see him. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't say that Jimmy G's better and the team's not in a better position in week 1 and say you still like Trey. You just can't. You can't. This is his sophomore year. Herbert, Burrow, Mahomes, your sophomore year is not just a practice year. You explode during your sophomore year. That's the way the quarterback position is in the NFL nowadays. It's an air attack. The rules are different than they used to be. You come in as a sophomore, and what you are as a sophomore is you get a little bit better, but that's who you're going to be. During your sophomore season how good you're going to be. That's the NFL. So people using this archaic thinking of, like, this is going to be kind of like his rookie year. No, it's not. This is going to be a baller year for Trey. And if it's not, he's not the guy. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, you're right. If he doesn't play good then this year, then yeah, there's going to be a lot of question marks because, of course, he's not going to be perfect. He's going to take some ups and downs because it takes a little time for players to develop. But if he doesn't have a pretty damn good season, where you're seeing the trajectory, the growth, and you're like, okay, this guy's got it. He's going to have some moments where you're like, oh, yeah, he's still a young quarterback, but he's definitely got to take that plunge and be like, okay, wow, this guy has it. You have to see those flashes. Of course, he's not going to be perfect in his first year starting as a quarterback, but I expect big things from this guy. I think a lot of people do, but I think people are very critical in this fan base, and if he does have a bad game or a bad moment, people are going to say, oh my God, see, why did they trade for him? He's a bust. That's just the nature of sports. We see it all the time. My man Niners Detail, shout out. He says, it's the same cycle of people talking crap and people backing Trey up with the same takes. It's a never-ending cycle. Yeah, it's like you have the people that believe him, the people that don't. People that don't just keep pushing their narrative. It's, oh, he's not ready. He's underwhelming. Da-da-da-da. I heard from this guy. I heard from a potato. I heard from this guy. They make stuff up. It's all
he's a rookie year.
Yeah. I'm just ready.
I think too, like, he posted that picture with the caption of saying "fresh air." So yeah. I feel like he knows he's like in the driver's seat to start, right? And this is his squad moving forward. I think mentally, like, I think he's ready for that. Like, he's mentally tough and built for this season. I mean, you can see the leadership, like, just on social media with the rest of the team and just shouting everybody out and Sudfeld and, you know what I mean? And just having their guys' backs. He texts all the rookies. Like, he knows he's in the driver's seat and this is his squad moving forward. And I think he's just ready and up for the challenge. We broke down his quick release. Has been working on his release to get the ball out quicker in his throwing motion. So I think that too is mentally helping him too along the way, just knowing that he's got the keys right now.
Yeah, he does. You're right. I love that post. He said fresh air. You could just tell
Right.
like he knows this is his new opportunity, it's a new season. Everything's in the past. It's time for a fresh start, and he's
Yeah.
ready to go out there and just show the world like I'm Trey Lance, baby. Bring me all the hate you have because I'm here to prove you wrong. And on that post, Mohamed Sanu, who was a veteran receiver on this team, he's a free agent now. He's not on the team anymore. But him and Mohamed Sanu had a pretty good relationship. If you remember last year, Mohamed was always looking out for him. There was a lot of videos they posted together. In the post, he commented. He says, "Yeah, he ready." So it's funny when you hear all the people that say all the players don't believe in him, but when you see the players actually having his back on a post or like on a interview and stuff, boy, he's ready. Like in an interview, then you have the excuse of, well, what is he supposed to say? This is his personal social media post, and you got players like, yeah, he's ready. Oh, he's ready to back. Like they know, the players know, and they know what this kid is all about because guess what? They see him in practice. They see him. Emmanuel Acko, you don't see him in practice. We talking about you want to talk about seeing him in practice. His own team him in practice, and they believe in the guy.
I love when Raj is butchering his name, and I love it though.
Acho.
It's Acho, but keep doing
You know
it. Keep
what, Smitty? He doesn't deserve to have his name.
Right. Exactly. Keep calling him Echo.
Echo.
And a lot of the fan base that's, shitting on Trey after, a couple games are just the fucking Jimmy G lovers, man. These guys are so hardcore, diehard Jimmy G because when he's out there, we win games. But it's like, yo, look who's around you. When you run the ball, you win the games. When we don't rush for 100 yards, we're 1-5 last season. Just look at it, man. Like, we should have already had a Super Bowl, but, like, we've had decent quarterback play. If we had, we can get some great quarterback play or consistent quarterback play or having our quarterback out there every week, who knows, man? By now, we should already had a ring.
Yeah, I agree. We were close. So close, man. So close, but, fell apart. There's other issues, too, but you're definitely right. You're definitely right. But at the end of the day, when you have a strong defense like this team does, you got a great defensive coordinator, and secondaries improve. Your D-line's going to be head hunting. Great linebacker core. They're going to put this team in good position every game. And now you can move the ball a little bit more effectively, I feel, down the field. Special teams is going to be much improved. They really took a focus on special teams. So you'll be in better field position throughout the game, and that's great for a young quarterback. That's good for his confidence. He doesn't have to march down the field, right? He'll be a lot closer to scoring range, and that, I think, is going to be a very big factor for this team moving forward. And those are things people don't understand or don't even talk about. They're like, oh, Trey's not ready. Well, guess what? The defense is ready. The run game is ready, and so is the special teams. So they're going to put him in an easier position. He's going to be in a better position to succeed than a guy like Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson, because we don't know if their teams are going to be improved. Like, they had good off seasons on paper, right? The Jets on paper look like they had a hell of a draft. But do we know if those players are going to pan out and be, great? We don't know, I love Robert Salah. I want him to succeed, but right now, we don't know. Is he going to be an elite head coach? I couldn't tell you. We don't know yet. But we have a thing with the 49ers of great talent, great defense, great coach. Like, they're in prime position to at least make the playoffs. And if Trey Lance at least makes the playoffs in his first full year as a starter, that's a dub and a half, man. It's a dub and a half. So, I'm hyped.
Yeah, and Trey and Shanahan's completely tied to Trey. We've talked about that before. Based on how Trey does, Shanahan's gonna either turn into a really good head coach because he's gonna compliment him, like I always say, when Trey tucks and runs and gets Shanny out of these bad play calls, or when Shanny takes his foot off the gas. Trey can improvise his way out of the situations Jimmy G couldn't. So once Shanahan fully trusts him, and the good news is he can't really hold him back at the end of the day because Trey's an improviser. And if Trey decides to tuck and run and extend a play, that's going to be on Trey. He can't control Trey he can't hold Trey from holding him back from doing that. So I think it's ultimately going to be a great marriage, and the two will help each other grow. Yeah. And the scheme, and it's an amazing system. It's an amazing opportunity for Trey. He will, it's going to be the excuse everybody gives, like, why Why didn't Mac Jones get this kind of opportunity? Why didn't Fields? That's going to be the next gripe people have when they try and explain why they were wrong on Trey. So when they do that, we'll have to hear all that noise. But Shanahan is going to, I think, be okay because Trey will carry him just like the Niners carry Jimmy. I think it's going to be a great relationship in the end.
I agree. What's up, Mike? What's up, my man?
What's going on, fellas, man? How y'all doing, man?
What's up, man?
I was gonna come in here and mess with Smitty saying that nobody should think that Jimmy's the guy, but I realized I'm not even gonna do that. I was just gonna play devil's advocate, right? But I mean, Shanahan already said he expects Jimmy to be traded. I don't know why people are even like discussing this guy anymore. But I want to give a little message to the faithful really quick, right? Because we give power to so many people that don't deserve it, right? This is such a passionate fan base. As soon as someone says something negative about us, we blow them up, right? And that's something that you see. And when I say blow them up, they don't care that it's negative responses. They care about responses, period. Yeah. If you click an article to type a comment, I hate everything that you said, it's just as valuable if you click an article that says, and you write in, I love everything you said.
Yeah, it's out.
But more people
getting them views. It's social media. That's how it works. Like when people comment on my post and it's a negative comment, then the chain of comments that goes after it, it blows the post up. Like at the end of the day, as much as it is negative, that traction only helps someone that's providing content. You're right. It blows them up. And they know that. They know they're providing this. It's going to stir the pot. It's going to get controversy. There's going to be a lot of comments. People are going to retweet it, repost it, whatever. So you're absolutely right, Mike. It does give them the views they're looking for.
Which is fine because you know what? I'm not worried about anybody else growing. I'm not worried about anybody else's growth. I'm not. And if it's something that I think needs to be taught, you're right though, Mike. Like I don't want to give anybody what they want, like the goal of the hey, I know what's happening with Deshaun Watson, and they're guessing, and then you blow them up or whatever, and then they end up being right. But like bottom line is like people that say things like this guy, this Acho guy, and again, I know his brother Sam, and Sam's a good guy. Did a show with them, very good dude. But Emmanuel, I think he's trying to live in his brother's shadow. His brother's always been a real innovator and big thinker, and he started a Cardinal show. He did a Cardinal show. He was in the media doing some great things, and he's a real articulate guy. And I'm not saying his brother isn't, and some people say he's a good analyst, and to be honest, I haven't watched much of him. But whenever you start throwing around sources and you never can back it up, whenever you start throwing around garbage takes and they don't seem logical, and the only thing you have to back it up is unnamed source, your take is garbage until you prove to me any kind of track record at all that you're going to land some of these source calls.
But that's also tricky too, because you can't name sources either. Yeah. So even if you did hear something, you can't be like, this person told me he doesn't like Trey Lance, because then now that person is going to be on the spotlight, and you know what I'm saying?
True.
But
you got to prove it. So if he proves the track record of it, so you don't start off with the benefit of the doubt with me. Like if you come out and say unknown sources tell me Deshaun Watson signing with the Falcons in a matter of minutes, a lot of people did that. And I'm sorry, I don't care. Like it's garbage until you prove. Even if you land it, that was a real high probability that was happening, and then it took a left turn, and all those people got burned.
Oh, they were doing it for their clout, and their popularity was rising because people were believing it because they were reposting and stuff. And
but now look,
it out to be false.
And what happened to Adam Rank? As much as I like Adam Rank, he's got thick skin. He's a good dude. He's a nice guy. But look what happened with him with some of the stuff that he did with the Niners. You know, like even though it's being talked about, it doesn't necessarily, like, I'm not worried about it feeding anybody or whatever. And I think Adam Rank's cool. I think it's fine that happened. But like, anybody going against Trey right now, I don't mind blowing them up, Mike. I guess is my point, because it's gonna blow up in their face. So they're not gonna look good at the end of the day. If I blow them up or Raj blows them up, they're gonna look stupid at the end of the day. So
bomb, Smitty, grenade.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Travis King out there in Houston. He's out there performing this weekend. That's pretty dope, man. So shout out to my boy Travi out there. See him in the comments.
85 play Trey. What is this one play Trey stuff? Like garbage. What's he even talking about? The bomb, the cannon, the short ball, the run game, the extending of the play. What's he like, Mike? I don't even know what one play he's talking about if he's trying to isolate it. It's like he's got so many plays. Like what's he like? What's the one thing he's talking about that he does like?
I can't call it, man. But it's fun to see the people hating and everything, and it's like they want it. I think what people's biggest issue is walking away from so many wins when Jimmy is under center, right? And it becomes less about how we obtain those wins and more about the quarterback stat of wins. And it's like you're going to walk away from that. Like when Jimmy's healthy, you guys make it at least to the NFC Championship. Like that's what everyone's telling me, right? You guys get at least that far. How can you walk away from that? And I'm like, dude,
Bro,
because I watch every.
Championship.
It's called using your eyeballs too. Like I'm sorry, but there's some gut instinct and intuition that's involved to say, hey, I think it improves. I think it upgrades. You can keep buying, you could keep doing this with 80% in the tank, but why not? If I think we can get 100% max, production out of this, why not go try and fill it up? Like, why keep playing scared? Like, if we could win this many games with Jimmy, it's kind of proven. If you either believe in Trey that he can give you 100% battery life, or you keep rolling with 80%, 70% battery life that's kind of getting you to the big game, why not go swing big? Mortgage the future for it. Trey's there. You either believe or you don't. That's the way I look at it. Everybody's either on the train or off the train. You can't be halfway. We're taking receipts.
Yeah, and I seen a comment talking about, oh, well, Shanahan, he's so conservative. And it's like, bro, with Jimmy G in his arm, you got to be conservative a little bit. Like, this is the playbook. I've said it so many times, bro. This is the playbook with Jimmy G. I want to see that Matt Ryan playbook. Let me see that offense. I want to see that offense explode in the Bay. I'm tired of seeing the fucking 5-10 yard slants. I'm tired of seeing always over the middle. I want to see the outs. I want to see the bombs. I want to see electricity that's going to put us over the top of the NFC Championship. Like, we need a ring, bro. I'm tired of settling. Oh, yeah, we made the playoffs. Fuck that. We've been making the playoffs for years, bro. Since 95 is the last time we got a ring. I'm tired of the game manager. Get a guy out there who can stretch the field, got a cannon, got an arm. Get that shit rolling, and let's get a ring.
I actually got a copy. Here are both the playbooks. I got Jimmy G's playbook right here, and I got Trey Lance's playbook right here.
That's what I'm saying.
These got released early. Oh wait, these are blank too.
He's got the props, man.
And that's the thing, right? Like Shanahan is known for being this offensive genius, right? But then when you look at it, I mean, the defense was carrying this team through the postseason. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if Shanahan can match the productivity of the freaking defense. We're going to be a scary team to deal with in the NFC, man. I'm sorry. Like, people are saying, like, oh, it's over. There's a reason Shanahan went out and got a guy who was more physically talented than Jimmy G. He's killing me with the books, though, bro. Like, that is funny, man. That's funny.
Always got the props, man. This shit cracks me up.
This is a personality and adjustment.
An adjustment.
Just like
oh man, but you guys are all absolutely right. Great points, but everybody, I think we can all agree. We're just excited to see Trey get out there and just finally start. Like you said, fresh air, right? It's like said earlier, C-Mac, it's fresh air. I think for the fan base too, it's a breath of fresh air. Let's get a whole new ball game going. Let's just fresh start, and let's see what the hell happens, man. I'm ready for it. I'm so excited.
Damn, absolutely. Yeah.